Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I know it's late, it's about 9:15, but I just wanted to pop on and give you like a really quick word of encouragement. And like you'll see on the post, it's for people who are feeling a little bit chaotic, a little bit out of control, maybe like your life is spiraling a little bit. So I want to share something that I learned today. So it's kind of a funny story. You can laugh at my expense. I will fully allow that. But if you don't know me, I'm Laura Dudek, and tonight I'm going to introduce you to my dog, Mila. She's a little pug. She's like a 13-pound little pug, and she's the cutest little thing ever. She is adorable. Everyone that meets her is like obsessed with her. So she's super cute, right? But she is very stubborn. I don't know if you know pugs, but they are so stubborn and they're super curious, and so they get into everything, and she is spicy. Like, she's cute, but she's spicy. And so if you don't know where, like, us, my husband and I, our surroundings and all that, we live in the city, and we live 4 flights up in an apartment. So she doesn't taste freedom all that much. Most of the time she's on her leash, okay? So when she tastes freedom, she runs with it. And that's when she gets really sly. That's when she gets really spicy, and she like does not want to come. So we're at the lake house, and for some reason, every time we're here, it's inevitable that she will get off her leash, the kids will let her out of the house, something will happen where she gets let out, and all of a sudden the inner Mila Spice comes out and she does not want to come back to us. So we actually are attached to a campground. And so she literally goes bolting through the campground every single time. So my husband and I, Josh, we have to go chase after her like complete fools, trying to navigate our way to find and to catch this very, very fast pug. She's like a bunny rabbit. Like, we cannot catch her, okay? And I'm not a runner anyways, so for me to like dodge and do all that, not my deal, okay? That's more of my husband. So it's actually been a huge stress point for us, because there's people on golf carts, there's people driving, it's a huge hazard, and you just don't know, who, if someone's gonna hit her or not see her or whatever it is. So most of the time we go running through the campgrounds like complete fools, chasing after this dog, and these poor people are trying to help us, like pin her or sneak attack and like get her, and she's just outsmarted everyone. And so we've literally had this go on since we've gotten her, but it'll go on for like an hour. Like, we'll be gone, and you can see our rage. Like, I don't know if you guys have been in that moment with like dog or a kid or whatever it is, where it's like you reach that point where you had so much patience, and all of a sudden it's like, it's gone. Like, I just lost it. It is gone, and it is not coming back. And, we'll eventually catch her. Some like dog will show up and it distracts her, or something happens, and we're able to grab her, take her home, and put her in the crate, punish her, do the whole thing. But at that point, like, we are so stressed out, and we can't, it's humiliating, Yeah, my sweet, sweet dog. So it's humiliating because it's like you go through all of that, and people are watching, and you're stressed out because you're going through the whole campground, a lot of times barefoot, because you're chasing after her, and it's super frustrating. And so the one time, I think it was probably a couple months ago, Mila got out, and we were chasing after her, and we went across the entire campground. She's gone, she's just in her little heyday, knowing that we're just going to chase after her, right? Try to pin her down. And this guy comes out of his house, and he is trying to lure her in with a treat, and she won't come because she knows treat, when she has her freedom, means that she's going to be trapped, and so therefore she runs away. We've tried it all, trust me. So he comes out, and we're like, oh, don't run after her, we can't get her, this whole deal. And he goes, oh yeah, I'm a dog trainer. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're probably failing so miserably right now. So he has this huge dog, huge dog. And so he brings out this dog to distract Mila. And so we're all sitting, or we're all like in this enclosed road or whatever it is, dirt road. And he looks at me and he goes, you have to stop chasing her. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, all of a sudden he started training me, I'm like, okay, I'm in school. And he's like, sit down. I'm like, okay, there's a dirt road. We're just going to sit down. We're just going to do exactly what he tells me to do. Okay. So I sit down in the dirt road, and he tells me, he said, to her, it's a game. So when you're chasing her, she thinks you like that you're actually playing a game, and she knows that she's in control. And so you have to sit down and let her be distracted and let her come to you. He's like, don't ever chase her. And so obviously we get her, and it kind of just reoriented Josh and I's perspective on how to get her. And so every time now that we go after her, we try to diffuse the situation and not chase her. But so I say all that because tonight she got out again. And she goes bolting off the porch, runs away, the whole deal. These poor old people were trying to help. And I'm like, don't chase her. It's just going to get worse. And so she's bolting through, and my hair is wet because I had to take a shower because the dog decided to go into the lake that's stinky and warm, and it's like it's got all the algae and stuff, and she's like running back and forth through it. I'm like, dear goodness, this is so gross. So I lure her into the front of the pool. There's this big enclosed pool. And so I'm walking with her, and eventually she makes it into the pool. I'm getting to a point, trust me. This is really, really good. And so I lure her into the front, and eventually she goes into the pool. And she literally like walked right in. I don't know why the pool gate was open, but it was open, and I was thanking Jesus for it every single moment. So she goes in, and we're just kind of chilling. And in that moment, it was so different than it was before. And the sun was setting, and I had like a tank top on, so I took off my sweater, and I just sat in the sun and just let her have her moment. And eventually she came over to me, was licking my hand. I was able to grab her, take her home, get her showered up, and the whole deal. And as I was walking back home, I felt like the Lord was saying, like, this, I feel like a lot of women need to hear this. And it's operating from a place of rest and not chaos. And I think there are, I'm going through a situation right now where I have felt very out of control, and I have felt very chaotic, and I have, for me, I have a perfectionist personality where it's easy for me to want to people please and make everybody happy and, work on all cylinders trying to make sure that everyone's good and everything is perfect and everything is lined up, and I will drive myself insane. I literally feel like a chicken with my head cut off, but in this case, it's Laura chasing a pug and around an entire campground, And it reminded me of that, of like, okay, we need to stop often operating from this place of chasing and chaos and anger and frustration and spinning our wheels, and just come back to a place of rest. And I felt like the Lord showed me that picture of just like giving me that picture literally of having to sit down and lean back and allow him to do what he had to do, tire Mila out. She would come to me, everything would be fine. And I ended up, tonight walking away really relaxed because I just got some moment in the sun. She came back to me. It was totally fine. I wasn't coming back, cursing under my breath and frustrated and all of that. And so I just wanted to encourage you guys. I felt like the Lord said tonight to just let it go. And I think often as women, we so badly want to make sure that everybody is happy and every circumstance is taken care of. And we spin our wheels. And I'm going to tell you, chaos produces chaos. So when we ourselves are chaotic and we are trying to bandage every situation and make everybody at the end of the day like us still and take care of every little detail, we are running ourselves into the ground, and we often come back super frustrated because we can't control them. Just like I can't control Mila. I can control myself, but I can't control her. And even for me in the situation that I'm walking through, it was a reminder of like, Laura, just chill out. Just take a deep breath. Like, abide in me. That's what scripture in Psalm 46:10, it says, be still and know that I am God. And that means that we silence ourselves, that we lay back, let God be God, let God take care of the situation, let God take care of the other people's hearts, let God take care of the chaos or the turmoil or whatever is happening, and us just rest in the truth that He's there, and He's going to take care of it for us. And so I just want to encourage you guys with that, to whatever you're going through. If you're feeling completely out of control right now and you're like, dear goodness, I feel like I am chasing after a pug and I am frustrated and I'm angry and I don't know what to do, just let God do His thing. There's a fine line between people pleasing and peacemaking, and I think we cross it a lot more often than we know. And so I would encourage you, just take a deep breath, let Him handle it. Tonight, just sit back in your chair, if you have to imagine even me being at the pool, just soaking up the sun, letting the situation go, and just enjoy your life. because situations like this are going to happen. More chaotic moments are going to occur, and if we keep being in that moment super frustrated and feeling emotionally out of control, like that's just not a place to live. That's not a healthy place. It's not a godly place to live. So just rest in that tonight. It's pretty quick. That's kind of all I have for you. I just want to encourage you guys. You are awesome, and I'm praying for you. If this blessed you, please let me know, and you can share it with a friend. I'd really love that. So have a great night. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.